based on tax returns that are over a year and a half out of date poses some very significant challenges.
The government have confirmed that there will be a second self-employment income support grant in the UK, and you can apply for it pretty much straight away. Today I'm going to show you what's involved in the rest of that process. Hiya folks, welcome back to the Small Business Toolbox. Just a really quick video today. If you didn't watch the other day, watch part 1 first, because I explain a little bit more about what this second income support grant is and the first stage of the application process. So I'm not going to show you the first stage again. I'm going to pick it up from where I left off last time, so I'll include a link in the description to that previous video. I would suggest you watch that first, it's not very long, and then we'll pick up literally from where we got to last time. So, I've been given the date of 20th of August that I can claim this on, so it's the 20th of August today when I'm making this video, and I know it's working because it's taken me to this extra screen after putting in my UTR and national insurance number, and it now is saying you need a government gateway user ID and password to continue. If you remember last time, it just said you can't make the claim yet because I had to wait until the 20th of August. So, first thing to do is to sign in with your government gateway user ID and password. You should already have one if you've already done the first grant. Once you've filled in your details, just click the sign in button. It then does the usual two-factor authentication thing to your mobile phone. So type the code in that you should have received on your phone and click continue. And then you should get to this page here where it says you've already done your first claim, hopefully, and you've got a second claim to do. So just click where it says start your second claim. Have a read through the information on here and make sure that it all still is applicable for your business. I'll quickly run through it. You need to confirm your business was adversely affected on or after the 14th of July by coronavirus. This typically means that at any time after the 14th of July, because of the coronavirus, your business has had either a lower income, higher costs, or both. As the person who knows your business best, we expect you to make an honest assessment whether it has been adversely affected. There is no minimum threshold over which your business's income or costs need to have changed. You will need to keep a record of evidence of how your business has been adversely affected. So I would suggest that you keep some sort of record of how you have been affected either by lower income, higher costs, or both. But as far as I can gather from this, you could have higher costs of £1 or lower income of £1. It says there is no minimum threshold over which your business's income or costs need to have changed. I think it's more or less done on a trust basis. So just click accept and continue, and then it says you must read the following before making a claim. After checking the details of your previous claim, you are eligible for this grant. The grant does not need to be repaid, but as you know, it is subject to tax and NI. So you need to declare it on your tax return as part of your business income, basically, part of your profits. You will need to report the grant on, what I just said. Before continuing, you need to confirm you traded in the year 2019 to 2020. You intend to continue to trade in the year 2020 to 21, and you are making this claim yourself. In other words, your accountant can't do the claim on your behalf. If you are non-resident, blah, blah, blah. So have a read of all that on there and make sure it is applicable. Scroll down to the bottom and just click accept and continue. And then your staggeringly huge grant will be shown at the top of the screen there. It breaks down how the calculation was worked out. I would suggest wherever you see a little thing that says print or save page, that you do save a copy of it, like save it as a PDF or print it out just for your records, really, in case there's any questions later down the line and you can't remember what sort of grant you were getting or how it was worked out. So I would suggest that wherever you see print or save page, you do print or save the page. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of that page, you'll see a little section that says how we worked out your average trading profits over the last 3 years. Have a read through that because it explains it based on the tax returns from 2016, 17 and 18. Remember, we're going off ancient figures here. It's a bit crazy really, but it's all they've got to work off at the end of the day because the next tax return isn't due until January 2021. So yeah, that's another whole kettle of fish. We'll cover that on a future video. Expect changes because HMRC aren't happy about this. Have a listen to what Rishi Sunak said on the subject back in March. You can tell by the tone of his voice that he's frustrated about how the current system works. Watch this space. We'll chat about it more in a future video, so don't forget to hit subscribe.
Partly the issue is, of course, there are people whose incomes have been enormously impacted by what is going on currently, but there are also millions of people who are self-employed whose incomes may not have been impacted and indeed might be increasing. The ability for the government to distinguish between those people based on tax returns that are over a year and a half out of date poses some very significant challenges in terms of fairness and affordability.
I think the broader point I would make is, rather than be too specific right now about future tax policy, is just an observation that there is currently an inconsistency in contributions between self-employed and employed. And obviously the actions taken today, which is very significant tens of billions of pounds of support for those who are self-employed, treating them the same way as those who are employed, it does just throw into light that question of inconsistency and whether that is fair to everybody going forward.
At the moment, they don't know about any income you've had after the 6th of April 2019. And when you think about that, that's kind of pretty crazy, really. So if you had income on the 6th of April 2019, it's now August 2020, and HMRC won't know about that income until January 2021. If you're watching this from other countries, let me know how your self-employment tax system works. I mean, we basically get 9 months to complete the tax return from the end of the tax year. I'm not complaining about that at all, but at the same time, I can understand why the government aren't particularly happy about that. I'm not going to get into it in this video. All I can say is expect changes. Click on the continue button at the bottom of the screen there. It comes up with a little thing asking where you want the money to be paid into, and normally it would be the same account that the last grant was paid into, so just do that. But if you do happen to have a new bank account, then you can do pay new account and enter your bank details there. So just click save and continue. Check all of your details: full name, email address, mobile number, bank account type, account name, sort code, account number, all the usual kind of details. Scroll all the way to the bottom of that and just click the continue button. We've got a declaration here. By submitting this claim, you are confirming the following: the business has been adversely affected, your claim is in accordance with the published guidance, the information you provided is correct, blah blah blah. Click accept and submit, and that is basically it. Claim submitted, grant awarded, and it tells you how much for, and you've got a claim reference there as well. As per usual, I would suggest you print or save the page for your records and keep a copy of that. And then it says what happens next. We will check your claim and pay your grant into your bank account in the next 6 working days. We will send an email when your payment is on its way. So that seems pretty good. So just keep an eye out for the money coming through, basically. Again, it says save or print a copy. I would suggest you do that just so you've got a full breakdown of everything that you have applied for. It says here, do not contact HMRC unless it has been more than 6 working days since you made the claim and you have not received an email or a payment in that time. So basically, give it about a week or so, and if there's no sign of the payment coming through, then get in touch with HMRC. I would imagine they are getting bombarded with calls at the minute, so do bear that in mind. And that is basically it. So, good luck, guys. I hope you do actually manage to get some money out of this. It's not going to be anywhere near enough to live on for most people for the 3 months that this grant is covering, but it's better than nothing. So it's certainly not something to miss out on if you are entitled to it. As I think I've mentioned before, it's very, very rare that the government give money away. Even if you don't need the money, I would suggest you apply and, you know, spend the money at a local shop or something like that. Spend it on the local economy. Give it to charity or give it to some sort of UK local business. You know, everyone who runs a small business in the UK is going to need support at the moment. It's been very difficult times. We're coming out of it now, hopefully, but we may be entering one of the biggest recessions that we've ever known. At the moment, we just don't know what's going on. So let us know in the comments how you get on. Let us know in the comments as well what you think the state of the UK economy is. As you know, we are officially in recession now, but a lot of weird things are happening. The stock market is higher than it's ever been, I think, and house prices are higher than they've ever been, I think. So yeah, let us know below. What do you think's going to happen over the next 6 to 12 months? Take care, folks. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I shall see you next time. Tatty bye!